Tell me if you can relate to this. Christmas decorating time has arrived. You have one of two responses. You are either ecstatic, excited, ready for tradition, ready for all the nostalgia and the memories, or you are completely overwhelmed and have zero desire to decorate for Christmas. If you're new to my channel, I am Sarah. I am a self-proclaimed Christmas enthusiast, and this year, I really don't want to decorate. So today, we're going to talk through all of the ways to get over your overwhelm for Christmas decorating, and a few of them might surprise you. We're going to slow roll Christmas because it's still early. We've got lots of time. There's no reason to feel overwhelmed. You've got this, I've got this, and we're going to do it together. So the first way that we're going to do this is to clean our house. We're going to take down anything that is not Christmas related, will not benefit the room, whatever room you're decorating, in any way, and we're gonna remove it. We're gonna stow it away. We're gonna clean underneath of it. We're gonna dust and vacuum. You might even need to wash some drapes, but we're creating the blank slate. Now, why does the blank slate matter? Because soon it's gonna look like this, and all of your overwhelm is gonna come back because you've got junk everywhere. So if you start without the junk and you just take away everything that is unnecessary, it will help you so much to know how to move forward, and we're just taking it a chunk at a time. By the way, I don't take for granted that you probably already know this step. Most people know that they need to take away the fall things before they add the Christmas things, but sometimes breaking it down into very specific steps just clears our mind and gives us one task to focus on rather than seeing the big picture of the room being chaos and not knowing how to move forward. So step one, blank slate, get her clean. I also need to be transparent that it's still green outside in some areas. It's because it's October right now in real life. So if you thought that you were overwhelmed decorating for Christmas in November or December, I'm doing it in October. Moving right along, if you have not yet turned on the Christmas music, that is a necessary step. I can't do it while I'm recording for copyright issues. I will get slammed, so just put on your own. Make sure and listen to some Bing Crosby and some Andy Williams for me, okay? Maybe even some Lee Greenwood. The next step is to set up a staging area. When I put decor away the previous year, I try to keep it in totes by category. So some people decorate by room and all of their decor goes back into a tote, like this is the living room decor, this is the kitchen decor, this is the bedroom decor for Christmas. I tend to do it by category. So I have a tree tote, I have a garland tote, I have a wreath tote, I have a candle tote. And that way, I don't do the same thing in every room every year. It forces me to get outside of what I did the year previously and be creative and use things in a new way. So I kind of bring up the totes that I know that I want to use in the room that I'm in and create a little staging area. Okay, friends, we're making progress. We're moving forward. Right now, the next step is to plan. Sometimes that means getting everything out of every tote and coming up with a plan on the fly. But I also really like to just sit down and rest in these moments and look for inspiration either online or in magazines or in design books, which is kind of hard to find because a lot of design books don't focus specifically on the holidays. I like to reward myself with a little break right about now because that's the only way to get through the holiday decorating when you're feeling overwhelmed. It's just to give yourself little breaks here and there. Now, as we head into rest mode, I want to say thank you to 4AO for sponsoring today's video. I want to show you, number one, some awesome deals that you can get on their Black Friday sale, but number two, the FAQ 202 LED light mask that I have been using. Now, this is made of silicone. It's not plastic, even though sometimes that can be hard to see on camera. So it fits really nicely to your face. And it comes with a ton of different LED color lights that all treat something different for your facial skincare needs. I'm going to chat about that, but first, my most favorite thing about this is that it's wireless. Now, even though I don't normally wear this during the day, I can turn it on, operate it from the mask, or I can operate it from the app, which also gives you some different smart schedules. I'm gonna turn it on to a red. There I am. And this is my favorite. If I don't wanna sit and rest, even though that's how I usually like to use it, it's like a self-care moment. But if I don't wanna do that, I can literally just go anywhere and do anything that I need to do during the day while I'm wearing it. I could decorate this mantle right now if I wanted to. Now to wear this, you start with a clean face and then I apply the FAQ Red Light Peptide Serum. This is formulated to amplify and accelerate the LED therapy. It has 8 different wavelengths, including NIR, and this tackles all kinds of different signs of aging and skin concerns, like reducing dark spots, acne, redness, dullness. It enhances your overall radiance, and it boosts collagen production. I personally got it because I wanted to minimize my pores, reduce redness, and do some anti-aging prevention. Like I mentioned, I love that I can go about my day and do whatever I need to while I am getting this light therapy, but it is a professional at-home experience, so I can also just rest and use it as a self-care moment. Make sure and check out the link in my description. You can use code SARAH35 for 35% off of most Foreo products, and that can be stacked on top of current sales for up to 50% off. So that is a great savings on a really great investment. And I hope that you love it as much as I do. I like to go through all of my totes before I buy any new Christmas decor. I have so much Christmas decor that I probably would never need to buy anything new, but this year I did buy a few cozy candles and some lamps because I wanted that like cozy feeling that sometimes I feel is lacking in our house. So if you go through everything that you already own and then you're still missing stuff, that's the time to pop on and shop. But the reason that I mentioned this specifically is because if you buy less items that are higher quality instead of lots of items that are lower quality, and you're spending the same amount of money either way, having less to start with is less overwhelming for you every year. Now, the next step in kind of a stress-free environment for Christmas decorating is to segment your rooms into zones. Maybe you're gonna do one room a week, one room a day, whatever your pace is great. But even within those specific rooms that you're gonna decorate, zone it out into spaces as well. Am I gonna decorate the mantle? Am I gonna decorate the coffee table? Do I have a hutch that I wanna decorate or open shelves? And just focus on one specific element of the room at a time, rather than trying to tackle it all at once. Now, it does help, as we talked about with the planning stage, to have an overarching plan, maybe a color scheme, maybe you're gonna do a theme this year, something that kind of ties the room together, but then you can focus on one space at a time and it makes it a lot more stress-free and low-key if you're just kind of doing one little chunk at a time. So we're gonna do the mantle right now. You can either do kind of like an asymmetrical look like I have here, and have it be kind of whimsy like that, but that sometimes bothers people if they like symmetry, so you know, adjust it if you want to. But I'm gonna start here. Before I get too heavy on the garlands, I think I kind of want to add these to the mantle. Isn't this pretty? I got the vase at Goodwill and there was 2 of them, and I tried with all my might to use these a bunch of different ways for fall, and every time I did it, it looked stupid. So I'm just gonna stick with a cozy candle. I might put a little bit of greenery in here, but see how these fit up here as like a side accent. And in order for this to be cute, I need more height. I found some books in the basement. I just tried to find books that are the same height because it's not really about the books. They're not really the star of the show here. They're just height elevators, and there'll be a little bit of interest if you can actually see them. But I have a Louisa M. Alcott book here, Under the Lilacs. And it says, it's got a little inscription, but it's copyrighted 1923. I didn't even know I had that book. It's so cool. Now I have an entire blog post on how to hang these garlands from your mantle many different ways, 5 different ways, technically 6 different ways, depending on the kind of mantle that you have, because obviously rustic mantles you could probably nail into, but a streamlined or a concrete mantle, you wouldn't want to do that. And so I'm going to link that up for you in the description in case you need some help hanging these. I usually like to drape mine as best as I can before using any kind of fasteners. And sometimes I can really get away with just draping the entire thing as long as it's not too top heavy. But that helped. That helped give me the height that I need. I'd probably even like them to go up a little bit more, but then we're teetering on the danger zone of kids hitting a ball up here and knocking them off. So it is what it is. Now I have all of these different types of greenery. I have like a million different garlands. What I like to do is add one garland that's nice, high quality every year. And I've done that for probably the last 5 years. So I have some really, really nice ones. And now I just have to kind of decide what I want to do on here, because I could do all kinds of different looks. Ooh, that's pretty. Depending on the garland that I use. I'm thinking I like that. Today's look is probably not going to be my final Christmas look because it's still so early in the season. So I think that today I'm going to do like a winter look. These branches are the absolute best branches you will find anywhere on the market, at least this year. Maybe next year they'll come out with something to beat it, but I've not found one yet. Just kind of want to intersperse some of the different looks here so that it's not all just one. We need to mix them up. This needs to stay down. Let's add in some pine with some pine cones. These picks you can find just about anywhere. I think maybe Hobby Lobby is where I got these a couple of years ago. But we're just gonna like shove them in. That's really all we're gonna do is just shove them. And I'm currently contemplating whether or not I move my fiddly fig and make room for the Christmas tree on this side this year. Now this is a TV, so I do have to keep everything a little lower than I would. Like normally I'd be like lifting stems, but otherwise you can't see what's on the screen. Now I've been blessed to find 2 brand new candles, and I don't really love the look of an unburnt candle. I think it looks like you just stuck a candle in. I prefer the look of a candle that's been burnt for a while. So I'm gonna put these brand new candles in here and light them right away so that they can start to look a little drippy and be super, super pretty and cozy. Now this is the first year ever in the history of me being a married adult, almost 20 years, that I have had a TV over my Christmas mantle. Usually I have a mirror or a wreath or artwork of some kind, but this is a TV. And so it's a challenge for me because I really love the look of a cozy mirror with a wreath and the glow that the mirror reflects out. So this is a little bit of a challenge to me, but I think if I find the right artwork, it'll do just fine. That one's kind of cozy. Oh, that's kind of perfect for this transition season of fall into winter, and then eventually we'll go full on Christmas mantle. Since today's video is all about not feeling overwhelmed, I'm gonna stop here because I would be overwhelmed if I continued on. And that's the next tip. Have some boundaries with stopping points, because you don't have to do everything in a day and you don't have to do everything to completion. In areas like a mantle, it's actually easier to kind of work in layers or in steps towards your final look for Christmas morning, because this will do just fine for a couple of weeks. Maybe I'll add in something glittery when we get the tree up, and then I can add stockings for Christmas and just kind of go at a slower pace than normal. So one side of the room complete, on to the next. Now, as I finish one side of the room, I like to actually finish the side of the room and work my way that way so that at least one half feels complete. So, pop a pillow and a blanket on a chair, fluff up some pillows. For the coffee table, I don't do a lot of coffee table styling because we really heavily use our coffee table. It's got dishes on it all the time. It's got bags of chips. It's got games, has homework for the kids. It is a high traffic area. And so if I am styling it for entertaining for people coming over, I will do something very simple like this. Usually a wreath with a deer plopped right on it, just like it's bedding down for the night. And that's pretty much all that I'll do for coffee table decorating. Sometimes maybe I'll do like a pile of books or a pine tree, but I just go very simple. So my next spot, 1 done, 2 done, 3 done, is now over to the hutch. Now, last but not least, I have this hutch. It's the first year I've had this specific hutch, though I usually have some kind of hutch to decorate with. Get down from there. What are you doing? Stay away from my glass houses, you puppies. And Christmas decor is something that I have not experienced for 10 years. So this is gonna be an interesting season. So I'm gonna play with this and I'm gonna show you my final look because it can be kind of hard to film in here since it's such a small, tight space. So let me show you what I come up with. Now, I am obviously not done. I don't have a Christmas tree. I don't have stockings up, but I did get a good start on just some winter transition into the Christmas season, and I'm really excited to keep decorating for Christmas and to layer and to take it at a slow pace that's actually enjoyable and not overwhelming. And I really hope that just kind of breaking it down into these steps was helpful to you. If you were coming into the season feeling a little bit of dread, I hope that now you can feel a little bit of peace. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. Make sure to hit that subscribe button because we have a lot more holiday decorating to come.